Yes, I love that. Congratulations. That sounds
Thank
like it's
you.
gonna be amazing. And so keeping with the family theme and you know, you mentioned wanting your son as he gets older to get more involved in the business and the profit and loss, that sort of thing. So give me a 5 year from now vision in terms of growth. What are your plans? How do you want to visualize, or how do you want to see the brand grow over the next 5 years?
So we definitely want to be like in Target, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, all the, everyday retailers. We want to be there. We would like to also be international.
Yeah.
So, I have plans of wanting to get this into other countries, where we have people that look like us. Of course, a warehouse. So that's something that we're already kind of discussing and talking about, because it's only so long that you can do things, from your house, because, you'll outgrow that. And so our vision is so big that I could see that happening relatively soon. So I would say those are the main things. Like I said, we have a couple other things outside the app that will be coming down the pipeline very soon that we'll be announcing as well. But being able to get into that tech space and blending that beauty with the tech space, I think is just amazing. And I'm grateful to be a part of that. And that will introduce us to a whole new audience, via the app and, tech and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. We're moving fast, and I'm not surprised, because I know how much work that I'm putting into this. I mean, literally, I'm on, on the clock, my own clock with this all the time, and it doesn't feel like work. A lot of times I have to shut my laptop down, put my phone down, because I'm like, okay, Patrice, you really need to take a step back and just get some R&R
Yeah.
to rejuvenate and just get yourself back together. But it just doesn't feel like work when you're doing what you love.
Oh, 100%, 100%. It does not feel like work. But it is still important for us every once in a while to get some R&R for ourselves, just a moment for ourselves, doing whatever it is you need to do just to keep that peace, that inner peace. But I can relate to the always on, always working. But how do you find that balance? So still, running the business, you're still in your career, getting your family time that's maybe not related to the business. How do you keep that balance?
So I think that you have to take it day by day. It's
Yeah.
not something that I actually would schedule time, and I probably should, to have time to myself or to my family. I think it just kind of naturally just comes to you. We do spend a lot of time together. My husband, my son, the three of us, and then my husband and I have our time separate. So we do the family thing. We also do the couple thing. So we kind of balance it that way. I would say before I got married, I had a lot of girl time. So that's kind of out of my system. Not
Yeah.
saying that I don't want to do it. I just don't do it as often
Right.
as I used to. I love spending time with my husband. So a lot of that time that I would spend with myself or spend with, doing the girl stuff, going out, hanging out, I don't really do anymore. More so family oriented now. So I would say that we all, I think, feel that we get enough time together where we can spend and no one feels like they're overworked or they're doing too much. So I think the best way to do it is just take it day by day and just kind of assess your day and look at what you have on your calendar, on your agenda for that day, and just kind of take it from there as far as where you can fit in that quality time with yourself, of course, and with your family, because you do need, that self-care time is essential too.
Yeah.
But just making sure that you just take it, one step at a time. I think sometimes we overthink things and then it just becomes overwhelming.
Yeah. I think that's good. That's really good. Yeah. Just taking it one day at a time, because my brain works like that too. Like most creative brains, it's always on. So it's always something. So taking it day by day and not overwhelming yourself, because you definitely don't want to get burned out, is key. That's so important. That's great advice. And another piece of advice that I'm sure parents would love to hear, parents who have, young kids who might be showing some interest in maybe starting a business. Maybe they don't know what type of business, or they don't know how to get started. What advice would you give to those parents who have some young kids who are who maybe mentioned that they might be interested in starting a business?
I would say that you have to pay attention to your children's talents.
Mm.
Like for, our son, he was interested in doing this. It wasn't something that I really had to force upon him or keep asking, like, hey, do you want to do this? So, you know, I feel like entrepreneurs are born, they're not necessarily made. And whether you choose to go the, you know, 9 to 5 route, you know, I have 2 degrees and that's, you know, what I've been doing all my life. And then I also have done entrepreneurial thing as well. And then I'm adding this to it. So I just say that just encourage your kids to do what they want, you know, find out what their skill set is, their talents, you know, what they're good at, and just help to push them, you know. And the best thing that you could do, like what we're doing for Melan Brand Skin, is just bootstrapping. You know, when it comes to finances, we don't have any loans. We haven't received any grants to date. I'm hoping that some comes through, you know,
Right.
soon. But right now, when we first launched, I mean, this is all self-finance. It's all stuff that I just took from my, you know, personal financial space and did what I need to do with it. And I gave him, you know, Braun, the money to initially launch it for his birthday. So everything else, you know, came from, you know, what I was able to put into this. But I would say just encourage your kids, just always support them, be there for them, and just, you know, help them to get to the next level.
Yes, absolutely. So that you provided that seed money for the launch.
Yes.
And what was that? What did you give him for his birthday?
1,200. So we didn't do a
1,200.
birthday party. Most
Yeah.
kids are like, you know what? But I mean, he
Yep.
was actually okay with it. I was like, this is your initial, you know, funding
Yes,
for the business. And of course, I put a lot more into it after that. But
of
that
course.
was something I just personally gave him, like, hey, happy birthday. This is gonna get your business going. And then,
I
you know,
love
some
it.
months later, we were able to launch.
That's awesome. So 5 years from now, you're gonna be able to say we went from 1,200 to wherever you're at then, which I know is we'll have a whole lot more zeros behind it. So that's why I love hearing about that journey. Like we started off with this amount, but this is where we're going. And then once you get there, we'll sit down and do this again.
Okay.
So you tell the audience like that's where we started, but this is where we're at now. So in terms of the products themselves, where can people find you now? I know you're still really new. I know where you plan to have the product available in 5 years from now, but where can people find it now?
Yes. So melanbrandskin.com. We have our storefront there. And then also we're pretty much on all of the social media platforms as well. Fairly active. So Melan Brand Skin. So that's at Melan Brand Skin. You can find us there as well.
Awesome. And what about your social media accounts that you want to send people to follow you guys and grow your following? What are those?
Yes, it's at Melan Brand Skin. And so we're pretty much
Awesome.
everywhere. I think we're not on Spill yet. I have a personal account on Spill, but we're on every platform, pretty much all the platforms.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold you up too long today. It's Friday. It's been a long work week. I know you want to get off here, but I appreciate your time today and the information you provided with us. And yeah, keep us posted. We love to follow you guys and follow your progress and help build on that success because there's no questions that you guys are gonna be so extremely successful. It sounds like such a great product. So good job. Good job.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.